right. No more Miss Professional. Unless you mean the part where I professionally kick your ass. Ah! It's him! You see that, Bats? It's him! He's the Rat King. I knew it. We gotta get Wesker out of there before he kills him.
There is no Crane. They're all over me! Only Scarecrow.
Do you know what happens when a man refuses to be controlled by his fears? He must face them.
No! Take me! Please, it's not her you want! Take me!
You don't scare me.
Shh. It's okay to be afraid. How many more bones will you crush? How many lives will you destroy in pursuit of what you call justice? You are the product of everything you fear. Violence, darkness, helplessness. All that remains is for you to watch as I drag your beloved Gotham into oblivion.
Halloween, a time where scares are mixed with delightful trickery and treats. But what comics tell you about those things? Or better yet, what comics elicit fear? Hello, I'm your host, The Comic Wraith, and welcome back to Character Chronicles. Today we're talking about one of the figureheads of fear himself, Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow. One of Batman's longest-running villains, Scarecrow has a long-running history, dating all the way back to the Golden Age. As the character's history is really extensive, I don't think I could cover everything in one video, so I'll do my best to go through what I believe to be the most important parts of the character, starting as always with the character's origin. Created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane, Scarecrow made his debut in World's Finest Volume 1, Issue 3, where we see Jonathan Crane showcasing the effects of fear by firing a loaded gun in the lecture hall. We see that Crane is mocked for his appearance and obsession with books. What kind? Well, we don't know. The story just says, books. As he continues to lecture on the effects and methods surrounding fear, he gets the bright idea using the mockery of his lean appearance from his colleagues to don the costume of a scarecrow itself, and he ends up striking deals with people to scare people for money. This immediately falls apart though, as the first guy who's suing his business partner and who he's meant to scare, he just flat out shoots in the stomach. Which is crazy because you're trying to scare the guy and you just flat out shoot him. That's like murder at worst or manslaughter at best. Like, that's not scaring him. That's murder. This obviously attracts the attention of Batman and Robin, who hear the gunshot nearby. Also, fun fact, Scarecrow is the first quote-unquote supervillain Dick Grayson would face as Robin. While they do give chase, he manages to get away. Luckily, the business partner survives the shooting and actually refuses to withdraw his lawsuit, causing Crane to reappear, but instead of trying to actually scare him, he just kills him! Not even in a clever way, he just shoots him again! God, the Golden Age is just so funny sometimes. Meanwhile, Crane is fired from his teaching position, so he fully devotes his time to crime, stealing and scaring people. But to be honest, he's just waving a gun around, like, yeah, it's scary, but there's like no fear talks and stuff, and he just tries shooting Batman, and that's what gets him arrested. Okay. This version of Scarecrow would be largely forgotten, save for two distinct appearances. One in Detective Comics 73, released in 1943, in which Scarecrow would break out of jail and go on another criminal spree, being stalked by leaving riddles, which, isn't his thing, at his crime scenes, allowing Batman to catch him. At this point, he still wasn't using his iconic fear toxin. That wouldn't happen until Batman 189 in 1967, during which Scarecrow traps Batman and Robin on a wooden boat and makes them believe they're fighting these big wild cats, which aren't actually there, they just think they are because of the toxin. But at the end of the day, he's still defeated and the day goes on. And the second notable appearance in Brave and the Bold issue 197, where he re-emerges utilizing a toxin that makes the subject develop new fears rather than seeing their current ones. Little side note, this story ends with Batman and Catwoman getting married and growing old together. And I'm gonna say it, if Alan Brenner can do this, why couldn't Tom King? Huh? Why couldn't Tom King just have them get married? I'm still upset about this. I know mandates of the editorial and shit get in the way. I don't care. It was a dumb decision then, it's a dumb decision now. I don't like that book. Back to Scarecrow, though, as the years went, we were treated to Scarecrow appearing in both minor and major roles. One of my personal favorites is in Batman Haunted Night, a prequel to The Long Halloween, where we see Scarecrow as the first of 3 storylines labeled Fears, in which he attempts to plunge Gotham into darkness by destroying power relay stations, and repeatedly poisoning Batman, causing him to confront his thoughts on the obligation of being Batman, which is strengthened after meeting a woman named Gillian Maxwell. I won't spoil the plot, but read it if you can. Moving on to his more current interpretation, where his origin is kept relatively the same, but it delves more into his association with chemistry, and actually delves further into his childhood origin, showing how he became the twisted, fear-hungry person he ended up being. We learn in the newest form of Jonathan Crane's origin that his father was a scientist who researched the emotion of fear, and would use, unfortunately, his own son as a lab rat, trapping Jonathan in a small den in the basement for days at a time. Ultimately, this would come to tragedy when, before he could let Jonathan out again, he'd suffer a heart attack, and no one knew that Jonathan was there, until eventually, what I think was a week later, the cops arrived and just managed to save him from starving to death. This would traumatize Jonathan, and it would be a long time before he would be able to be somewhat normal. But he would never be normal again. After that, he decided he never wanted to feel that fear again, and he would control it. Not much has really changed for the character, since aside from a brief stint as a Yellow Lantern, which is a great idea that I wish went a little longer than 2 issues of the Sinestro run. It did come back in a Green Lantern story a little later, but it doesn't hit as hard in my opinion. Outside of comics, though, Scarecrow became a popular character in other media, most notably in Batman the Animated Series, portrayed by Henry Pollock II.
Estimated the Batman, but at least the university is finished.
Gee, boss, I never liked school. But, how come you hate the university so much?
They tried to destroy me.
You mean they kicked you out because you weren't smart enough?
No, you simpleton.
Oh!
And in the Batman Arkham series portrayed by Dino Andrade in Arkham Asylum,
and at the end of fear, oblivion.
John Noble in Arkham Knight,
This is the end, Dark Knight. You have nothing to be afraid of anymore.
and Elijah Wood in Arkham Shadow, respectively.
That's it? The subject has no use for your feelings, Doctor. He needs a clinical diagnosis, not a bleeding heart.
Aren't you supposed to be quietly observing? Keep your comments to yourself, Crane.
I am here to supervise this clown car.
Would fight.
My personal favorite is when he was portrayed by Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund, in NetherRealm's Injustice 2.
You belong in Arkham, Scarecrow.
So I can break out again.
So you can get help.
In live action, Scarecrow has had varied appearances, mostly in television with Gotham and Titans. The only one time he was portrayed in film was by Oscar winner Cillian Murphy, playing the character in every film of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy.
Would you like to see my mask?
People like that. I'm not. I'm fine. I have a video on that. More to come. One more time back to comics, Scarecrow has cemented himself as a worthwhile mainstay and prominent member of Batman's Rogues Gallery, utilizing Batman's greatest weapon against him. At the moment, Scarecrow has had reduced appearances, the most recent appearances I'm aware of are in both the Night Terrors event and the Fear State mini-arc that spun off the Future State event. Unfortunately, I haven't read either, but I will say that the Fear State has the best design Scarecrow has ever had. That is awesome. I want it to be the standard. Please let that be your standard. And that's all I really have to say about Scarecrow. Fun character, great consistent design, loved like the Scarecrow. For reading recommendations, I do highly recommend, as I said before, Batman Haunted Night by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. This is really good. I think it might be a little bit better than Long Halloween, personally. That's for every book I've read. For anything else recommendations, I guess read Night Terror and Fear State. I haven't read it myself. I don't know if that's any good, really. But yeah, sorry I've been gone for a bit. Life just got really busy for me. There are still things coming out. If you watch the Ultron video, the dubbing canon events, we teased with something at the end. I won't put it back on this one because, watch the done video, please. But we got a little something coming up soon, hopefully. A few weeks. Give it a few weeks. In the meantime, I do have other videos planned, and I have a gaming channel now. I'm playing the new game Dispatch on it. By the time this video goes out, the first one should be out. I've recorded them both already. They're just, neither of them are out as of recording this. So we'll find out then. So check out that. Gaming channel will be in the description, as well as Patreon, everything else to support it, myself and the channel. Sorry for being gone for so long, and have a happy Halloween. This is coming out like November. I'm recording this November 2nd. See ya later. Stay safe, stay true, stay you. You like Tank Girl?